Evening all, welcome back to Elite Dangerous. So here we go, look at me skimming, look at me, it's like I'm playing War Thunder again. Meow. Skimming across the line of a planet into warp. Isn't that just glorious? It's wonderful. So we're going to talk a bit more about wings. We're going to show you some of the, I guess, like slightly less interesting stuff. So don't switch off, don't switch off, we'll have a good chat. And I think we'll look at certainly the way that the gangs work, because what we found was very interesting. We did a lot of testing on the way the gangs work, and what we found was very interesting because there is certainly something within the way you run the gang which you need to be aware of. For example, look at this. I actually came in and I'm already now going into the wake of Shipstorm, so basically then slingshots me where he went. The automated nature of it is wonderful, but it's funny because I think some people assume it's like the old Eve gang system where you gang warp, lol. It doesn't work that way, so you have to be very aware of the way it works. So I got in range of Shipstorm's wake, and that then propels me into the system that he's gone to. So it is nice. You can follow the gang leader quite easily and nicely. There's a few bugs in it still, but I think nothing drastic. It's really just understanding how it works. The biggest problem I had was constantly disengaging warp. So there we go. Look, I've met it with the two guys. We're currently in Super Cruise, and we were just actually going to gang up, or rather form up in warp. And this is a lovely. Oh, this is what I've been waiting for. Multiple gang ships in warp, warping in a group. And then, you know, stupidly one of them will get interdicted and they're going to have a very bad time because the way this works is just glorious. It really is. And you can see what we're targeting. You can see, obviously, then the wonders of then traveling behind your target. So, look, I'm being interdicted, so I just throttle back. And then what happens is they also get pulled into my interdiction, which is just glorious. It really, really is. You can also do things like the beacons. I don't know if you know about that. Look, I'm putting my wing beacon up in case they didn't get in. In fact, they didn't get in on this first one, but on successive ones where we were closer, by them interdicting me, they also got pulled in, so it was absolutely wonderful. But look, I'm just putting my beacon up. Hopefully they can see my beacon and then they can warp in on it. So it's just wonderful. It really is nice knowing that you've got like gang mates, you know, almost flying through light speed to get to you. I'm holding my punches. I'm scanning him. I'm waiting for the guys to warp in because then we can have a bit of fun with him. Now, interestingly enough, there are a lot of wings coming into the various extraction sites and nav beacons now that are all hostile. So you probably just need to be a bit aware of that. Look, there we go. Shipstorm's in. You need to be a bit aware of that because what I found is I was. Let me tell you a story, and it's a story of how I was basically slapped on the buttocks many times by pirates. Which sounds worse than it really is, but it's not meant to. What happened was I was ratting alone. By ratting, I mean shooting dudes in the extraction site. And what I found was going on was there was a lot of things kind of coming in a steady stream. So, you know, one pirate in, kill that pirate, then all of a sudden there's another one there, so you kill that pirate and so on. What I found very quickly was I was shooting some Sidewinder, I think it was, and all of a sudden I noticed, oh, where's my shield gone? Oh, look, there's bullets going through my canopy. Oh, look, I'm almost dead. And I couldn't figure out what had happened. And what had happened is an enemy wing of 3 Cobras, I believe, had warped in and decided to make me their love pinata. And needless to say, I only just managed to boost away. But, you know, again, I had pretty good armor on this thing. So I turned around and I took them on. And taking on 3 Cobras in 1 Cobra has got to be one of the most hardest things I've ever done. And I fought anacondas with my bare chest out. Seriously, it was scary, and I've got to admit I am impressed with it. It was a wonderful thing. All of a sudden, I was overwhelmed by enemy wings, and I thought that was just, God, that was good. So, you know, I think that is a wonderful step forward. It means that there are some pretty dangerous areas and times to be ratting nowadays. You have to be quite aware that all of a sudden you could have 3, maybe even more ships shooting you at any one moment. But there we go. So, you know, I think this is definitely something to bear in mind. But look at this system. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that just an amazing find? Funny enough, those 2 ringed planets are orbiting each other. How does God make such things? It's just glorious, isn't it? It just looks great. And then the rings just, oh, this game, man, this game. Any game that by video number 92 still gets me to say, oh my God, this game is doing well. It seriously is doing well. So there we go. We're going to do some interesting stuff moving forward now. I think we're going to start looking, I think, more so at some fits. So this is something that, again, I've held off. If you're familiar with my channel, firstly, thank you. If you're familiar with the channel, you'll know that we played Dust quite a bit, and Dust was certainly our original, I guess, game that we played properly, and we really put some thought and time into the ways that you play that. And I thought, well, it'd be nice to do that with Elite. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a few kind of fitting guides. This isn't my knowledge, because my knowledge is terrible, but this will be the guys, you know, people like Shipstorm and, you know, Josh. They know their stuff, and Doldrin and others. They're pretty good at fitting ships. So I'll get some good fits and we'll do some videos of them, because I think there's certainly something nice about just having a bit more confidence in the ship that you fly. So we're going to do a few things like that, but we're actually going to move, as we get to episode 100, we're going to move on to series 2 of this wonderful game we call Elite, and I think we're just going to up the game a little bit, and we're going to put a bit more effort and time into these videos. So I think just stay tuned for that. If you're still subscribed, I can't even say the word. If you're subscribed to us because of Elite, then thank you, because it's a game that I can see us playing for some time. Oh, let me just tell you what's happened there. That's a wanted anaconda that just came out of somewhere, and it's flying at speed away from us. So this is one of the beauties of Wings, is that we're now a wolf pack chasing it, because 2 of us can kill an anaconda, I think, quite easily. In fact, provenly quite easily. And this is, again, another wonder of the game. This is some, you know, wanted naughty man. His bounty is about 100k, I think it was. If you just saw, his bounty was easily 100k, and we are now giving chase across the length of the system to bring him down and bring the cold steel of justice to his testicles. And that's really really the wonder of this game with Wings now, is that, you know, I don't have an interdiction drive, but Shipstorm does, and then I have a scanning drive and he doesn't. So we're now starting to run complementary fits. So again, it's glorious. It really is glorious. So I think definitely, if you're not playing this game, you should be. This is an event. It's just won a BAFTA, if I remember rightly, if I read that press release rightly. David Braben accepted a gaming BAFTA. I mean, that's no mean feat, dudes. But then again, I think Destiny also won one, so that kind of sours it a bit for me. I'm joking. Of course, Destiny was a good game, if you like that sort of thing. So, you know, this game is certainly going places. I can only imagine it's going to get better. And there is a wonderful scenario growing that I would like to just present to you now, which is there isn't going to be a situation like EVE Online, where EVE Online was a game where there was no competitor. There was no, there was no comparator. So they pretty much had the run of the mill. So therefore, they were pretty slow and sloppy with some of their gaming decisions, because competition is a wonderful thing to promote progress. And the thing about Elite is this game has got competition from Star Citizen. Star Citizen is the most expensive crowdsourced game ever. It's got $72 million, I think, already, maybe even more. It is going to be a phenomena, quite honestly, literally in every sense of the word. It will be a phenomena. So that's going to be direct competition to this. So it means that both of them will be kept on their toes through competition. This is why competition is so important, because where you have no competition, you have really crappy service. Nobody tries. You don't have to, because you've got a monopoly. And I think that's where EVE was for some time. EVE, even when Elite was being announced, didn't change. Even now, it's questionable how much EVE is actually changing. Look at that. We got him, and we're now dragging him out of warp. Now, the only problem is a bug happens here. So I'm sorry if you're looking for some ultimate takedown kill. I'm really sorry. The Gazelle managed to leg it. He dropped and no idea where he went. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how NPCs work. But I don't know if you saw that. You actually saw the interdicting status on Shipstorm's HUD. I don't know if you saw that. Just wind it back if you didn't, because that actually showed me if he's going to win or not as well. So that, I mean, again, just lovely stuff. Very clever stuff indeed. But look, at least we got to show you some of the other part of this system that we live in. This is Home Mark II. Igal is still my trading home. That's where my big ships are. But I am proud to announce that this is now our ratting home. This is our military home. This is where we will base our militia. And I think really the reality is that this is just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful game with spectacles such as that. I mean, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Let's just drop in on this resource site. Let me, it's just, oh, I can't describe how incredible this game can be at times as we zip past it. Oh, a bit too fast. So there we go. I think this game is coming on leaps and bounds. If you're not playing it, you should be. I think that now is going to be an interesting kind of time with Star Citizen now reaching fruition. Just for those that are interested, Star Citizen also is going to have an FPS version of the game. It's going to be an interesting one, so I'm looking forward to that. But I think just generally there's going to be a very, very interesting series of years coming with these kind of games pushing forward and going places. And if you're not on the bus, you're off the bus, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Oh well, there we go. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time.